Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, here with Pat McAfee and with Booker T. And today on NXT, we have the World Heavyweight Fighter, Roman Reigns, in the ring. Since we all know that Roman Reigns, ammed up, ammed up keeping the TWF heavyweight winnings, the World Heavyweight winnings, by beating Becky Lynch like he did, and we wonder what he is, going to say. Alright, we'll put that in the ring. Now, everyone wants to know, who am I going to be fighting next? Who am I going to be putting the TWF heavyweight winnings on stake against? Well, that is the answer that I, do not know. As of right now. But if anyone wants to take me up on doing it, then yeah, I'm going to be open-minded about fighting folks. Well, guess who's coming in the ring now, Pat McAfee says. It seems to be LA Knight. We haven't seen him in some time. No, we didn't, Booker T says, and he doesn't have any business, being in the ring. Yeah, he does got business being in the ring, Gorilla Monsoon says. He could be the one fighting Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight winnings. Will you stop? First off, you want to say that you don't know who you're going to be fighting against. As you know, Wonder Woman already has her fight with Arnold Schwarzenegger, or whatever self he's playing. And you're going to be, fighting me. Oh, well, let me see. What did you do? What matches did you have lately, LA Knight? And should I say, whose bed have you been sleeping in? Oh, you're going to go there? Well, unlike Austin Theory and Autolycus and Godzilla and Sheamus O'Shaughnessy, I'm not sleeping with Ryan Fisher. Alright? And I'm going to tell you something right now. I've done a lot. And when I first came to the Toy Wrestling Gathering, I was getting close to winning the strap. And guess what? I'm going to win that strap now. So me and you can have that match. We can have it today. We can have it next week. We can have it next year. But as you know, it's going to happen. Oh. So now you're going to tell me what I should or should not do, huh? Well, let's put it this way. If you truly think, in your mind, you truly think that you're the one that should be taking my TWF heavyweight winnings off of me. Yeah, well, think again, because that's not going to happen. Well, here comes Belasca coming to the ring now. Hey, this is what I think. At the end of the day, LA Knight, me and you have the same foe. We're both being fucked over by the new leadership, by the new ownership. And if anyone should be getting it, it should be me. You, Belasca? You think it should be you? Come on, Belasca. You've been in the Toy Wrestling Gathering since 1999 YL. You're one of the last dolls to come from Ames. Well, you start worrying about who came from Ames. I came from Ollie's. But I don't got time for this shit, so you two make up your mind who's gonna do what. And I'm out of here. Well, it looks like Roman Reigns has made up his mind. And I think LA Knight is going to fight Velasquez, Gorilla Monsoon says. And why is it that everybody thinks when someone's getting a match now, why do they think they are sleeping with Frying Fisher? Why do they think that? Gorilla Monsoon says. I don't know, Pat McAfee says. And there's a short list of folks on that list. Ding, I don't even believe half the list, you know. And I think even if they were sleeping with her, I don't think that's why they're in the matches that they are. Pat McAfee says. Oh, there's truth, Booker T says. Austin Theory's been or bid more than once. So is Sheamus O'Shaughnessy. So is Godzilla. So is Apologis. They were not. Will you stop? And even if they were, Booker T, you have no right to bring that up. Well, Velasquez has brought it up as her belief to why she thinks Sheamus O'Shaughnessy is the TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter. And now, LA Knight right now, Gorilla Monsoon says, he hopes to be the one going for the world heavyweight winnings. He wants to win that strap that goes back to 2001 YL of Hulk Hogan. LA Knight getting ready for the top steeple. Velasquez just surprised it struck him and knocked him down with that spin kick. Gorilla Monsoon said, I believe, Pat McAfee says, one wins straps by what they do in the ring, not by whose bid they happen to be in, Pat McAfee says. You know. And by saying that someone is in bed with the new owner of the Toy Wrestling Gathering, Frying Fisher, through Fisher Team Holdings, is just crazy. And if they are, good for them, Pat McAfee says. But I hardly doubt that's why they have the matches they have, or win the straps they win. I'm telling you, Booker T says. I'm telling you. I hear things, I see things. No, you don't. Will you stop? Gorilla Monsoon says. And now Velasquez is going to get ready to do the stunner, Gorilla Monsoon says. And she does, and LA Knight goes down. If Velasquez wins, does she win the right to fight Roman Reigns for the world heavyweight winnings? Gorilla Monsoon says. That's the answer I don't know, Pat McAfee says. I would like to say, yes, Booker T said they do. They do. 1, 2, and only a kick out. And now Velasquez getting up again. You know, at the end of the day, Velasquez getting up. LA Knight going to hit her with his hold. He did. It's over, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yes, it is, Pat McAfee says. I tell you, LA Knight can do that to anyone, Booker T says. No need if you be the goddess of madness or not. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and now has the right to fight Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight winnings at Heatwave, LA Knight. Well, as we know, Gorilla Monsoon says, that now Roman Reigns now knows that he'll be fighting LA Knight for the World Heavyweight winnings at Heatwave, Gorilla Monsoon said, coming at the end of this month. You know. Well, that's right, Booker T says, and I guess in your mind you think that LA Knight beat Velasquez because you think LA Knight was in bed with Frying Fisher, right? Gorilla Monsoon said, would you stop? Well, he's going to believe whatever he's going to believe, Pat McAfee says. You know, he's going to believe whatever he wants. And unless you hear from the main owner, Head Leadership Wicker, and leadership seat woman of Fisher Team Holdings about who she is or not sleeping with, Pat McAfee says, those will be treated as beliefs. You know. All right, we're going to take it over. We're going to take it over. Yeah, Booker T said, whatever you want. we're going to take it away with Gene Okerlund. Thank you, Gorilla Monsoon. I'm going to be talking with the new one, talking of LA Knight, who now has the right to take on Roman Reigns at Heatwave for the World Heavyweight Winnings. Welcome, LA Knight. Alright, LA Knight, we just know now that you have now won the right to fight Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Winnings at Heatwave. Yes, I do, Gene Okerlund. And I will be the World Heavyweight Fighter after Heatwave comes and goes. And you know, there are going to be a lot of sagas about LA Knight. Why are you being booked for the World Heavyweight Winnings? Are you sleeping with Frying Fisher like Autolycus or Godzilla or, Austin Theory? No. Or Sheamus O'Shaughnessy? No. Why, that isn't a thing anymore. See, I could give two shits about what anyone in leadership does, I don't care what Frying Fisher says or does. I don't care who she's sleeping with. All I care about is beating Roman Reigns, becoming the World Heavyweight Fighter. However, you should know that Roman Reigns has seemed to be a hard man to beat. You know how he just beat Becky Lynch not too long ago. And what will you do that Becky Lynch didn't do? Well, I can't go on and tell everyone about my game goals and what I'm going to do, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to fight Roman Reigns, I'm going to become the World Heavyweight Fighter, and then everyone's going to know whose game it is. LA Knight, yeah! Alright, that's my talk with LA Knight. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with LA Knight here today on NXT. And that's all the time we got here for NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, with Pat McAfee and Booker T. We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite, or Might.